What's up, beautiful people? I am Ryan. This is Leveling Up at Life. Today we're going to talk about compounding interest. Compounding interest is defined as interest on the original investment plus interest earned on the interest accumulated over time. And just in plain English, that means interest earned on interest. Simple. First, I want to talk about simple interest with a really quick and easy example. Say you had $1,000 placed into an investment, and each year that investment is going to earn an average of 10% over the entire year. The interest earned on that $1,000 investment is going to be $100. You can use the $100 per year however you want to. You can go out and buy tools, which is something I would probably do. In just 10 years, you're going to see that you have an extra $1,000 that was generated from this original principal investment of $1,000. So effectively, you doubled your money. Everybody's happy. But let's, for the sake of argument, say that you don't just go randomly splurge on your favorite tools over the course of that 1 year. With that $100, that's essentially free money. Well, you could put it back into the investment, and that's where compounding interest comes into play. Let's say, for argument's sake, that we don't want to buy tools this year with that $100 for some reason. And we place this $100 back into the original principal for the investment and allow that to get 10% on it as well. Now we have a principal investment of $1,100 instead of just $1,000. In year 2, that principal would have earned $110. Let's get wild and say we don't buy tacos with this extra $10 that comes from the investment on interest, and we place that in for a third year. After year 3, your interest alone on your principal investment is going to be $121. If you extend this concept of not buying stuff with the interest earned on your principal investment out to like 10 years, you're going to end up with a whopping $2,593.74. Now, if you remember from our original example of a simple interest situation, that's $593.74 that you didn't have in the previous example. So taking this concept, how can we elevate it to the practical level so we can all become millionaires? To understand how we can all use this information to become millionaires, we have to start with some very first practical steps of understanding the factors that are involved whenever using the idea, the concept of compounding interest. The first and most important is that you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps these videos a lot, and a lot of people need this information. So make sure you share it as well. So, not in order of importance, you need to get a good investment, you need to contribute along the way, and you need to start as early as you can. So when I say good investment, obviously I'm using an example of 10% interest rate return every single year. That's considered very good. Things like investing in your 401k or your Roth or any other type of IRA will allow you to invest in the stock market. You can also do other types of brokerage accounts which allow you to get into things like the stock market or index funds. I'm not going to get too deep into what I consider to be good investments in this video, so if you're interested in that concept, go ahead and subscribe now. But for example's sake, I want to just put it in perspective. If you take that 10% rate that we used in the previous example and you just go down by 1%, so now you're getting 9% each year, you're going to miss out on $226 in just interest. Now, if you increase your rate of return by 1%, that means you're going to be getting 11% return every single year. You're going to increase your gains by $245 total. So you can see it's not necessarily a linear scale. And when you consider this on the scale of using a high interest savings account, the total in your principal account of holding that $1,000 in your bank account for 1% compounded annually at the end of 10 years is going to be $1,104.62. So you're going to be missing out on over $1,400 just by choosing a high yield savings account. So while it's not the main factor that we're worried about, getting a good interest rate over the course of the long term is going to pay off dividends, literally. So over the course of those 10 years, let's say you actually make money or something along those lines because, you know, jobs, and you're capable of putting in another $1,000 each year. So effectively, the first year you put in $1,000, it'll earn interest on that money, as well as the next year you put in another $1,000 to match the $1,000 that's in there, plus the $100 from the interest over the previous year. So in 10 years, with a 10% rate of return each year, you will have had $17,531.17 in your account at the end of those 10 years. $10,000 of principal will be placed into the account, but inside the account you have $17,000 at the end of the day. That's $7,000 that you did not have to actually earn yourself inside the account. And where this gets really, really insane is when you extend out the period. So not just that 10 years, but let's say you're going from age 35 to age 65 over a period of 30 years. If you're doing the exact same thing, $1,000 in the account every single year, 10% rate of return on the investment over the course of 30 years, you will have invested $30,000 into the account, but your account total at the end of the day is going to be over $164,000. $134,000 of which you didn't have to directly earn or place into the account yourself. So this is the actual track to becoming a millionaire. First, you hit the like button, you get a good investment, you contribute to it consistently, and you go ahead and start as early as you can, because it really does make it a lot easier. If you take absolutely nothing else from this video, go ahead and take the concept of starting as early as you can and extending that period of compounding interest out as far as you can. You will be able to easily hit millionaire status. If I just run the numbers really quick. So let's say it's $500 per month that you're going to be contributing to this account. So if we take 10% rate of return on the investment, every single month we add $500 into the account, and we do that consistently for 30 years. Compounded monthly, you will have over $1.13 million in the account. You yourself would have contributed $180,000 to the account. So that means the total interest earned is $950,000. So I have $1 million question for you. Are you investing right now? Tell me in the comments down below. There's no judgment, but you really want to get over that hump of getting started, because it's really the hardest part. Also, if you haven't for some reason, go ahead and hit the like button to this video. Subscribe to get the latest updates to our fitness, family, and finance centered goals. We're going to have some other videos coming out that are in the same vein that talk about this in a little bit more detail. Let me know if you have specific questions that you'd like to be answered, and we'll make sure to prioritize those videos over others. But in the meantime, I've been Ryan. You've been awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.